So it's been a month since my last ability tier list in Squad Busters, and with the recent balance changes, we're going to be making another one. So first of all, at the bottom of F tier, we're going to put Digging Charge, which is one of the new abilities in the game from Knuckles. This thing is actually really horrible. All it does is it does a tiny bit of splash and a tiny bit of a stun, if you can even aim it on someone in the first place, because it's so hard to aim and so slow to move. But yeah, do skip this. And by the way, before we continue on the tier list, everything in F and C tier is bad. Anything in B tier is usable, and A and S tier are like the good ones. Anyways, next up we have the Scatter Shot from Colonel Ruffs. Not very good. It's just like a bit of damage, doesn't even splash. We also have Coin Pouch in F tier. Now this thing like shoots a big pouch of coins to your enemy, and then the coins like kind of throw back at you. But in order for this to work, you actually have to hit something. So it's not like a coin stash where you can constantly get coins, because if you miss something or miss an enemy or whatever you want to hit, you don't get the coins. So that's why I don't think this is good. We also have Max's Burst Shot in F tier. In my opinion, they should switch this for a speedy spell rather than it just shooting it like a couple lasers forwards, which does no damage, and you actually have to find the hero for that. What they should do instead is it should just give you like a quick speed boost, maybe like a 50% speed boost for like 1 second, something where you can move a lot to get out of a sticky situation, and that's kind of it. That's what they should do. Oh, and just a quick pause. This entire tier list is based on my opinions from playing scrim lobbies and tournaments, and also other top level tournament players. I had them double check this tier list, so if you think it's bad, well, you gotta blame them. Yep. We also have Colt Bulletstorm in F tier. Honestly, it's gonna be like all the other abilities where you kind of just aim it and it shoots in a very straight line, but it doesn't do much damage. The thing with Colt's ability though is it's piercing, so unlike other abilities where it just hits the first thing in the squad, it actually goes through everything in the squad, but the damage isn't enough, so it's not usable. We have Miner's Eruption as well, which is slightly better than the Digging Charge. At first, I thought the Digging Charge would be better than the Miner Eruption, but the Miner Eruption is actually easier to aim, even though it takes longer to dig up. I mean, I'm just trying to make it sound good. It's not. Anything in F tier is bad. And then the final ability in F tier is going to be Bow's Mines. Do I really need to say much more? Who here wants to kill a monster with Bow Mines? It's not good enough. They should, honestly, Bow needs a complete rework. Bow Mines should just be normal mines that do a lot of damage against players, and then Bow should just have some other ability. Maybe he drops extra coins when he kill a monster, but this, not it. Anyways, we're now moving into C tier. Still not good, but not completely terrible. We're gonna start off with the heal packs from Medic. Honestly, it does do meh healing, but if you want to get healing, what I would suggest you use is maybe either a Blazing Light or just a Medic or a Poco in your squad. They will do much better than this spell. There are way better spells you can use. We also have the Giant Turret as well in C tier. Got a buff since the last update, which is why I didn't put it in F tier, but luckily you can actually aim this spell if you kind of want to hold on to a spot. If you throw the spell on a bridge, the bridge won't break. I mean, those are kind of the only things that I can think of, which makes him not terrible, but it's still not amazing. We also have the Bandit Bash, a little bit like the Coin Pouch. You actually have to aim this on a monster or a squad. If you miss the squad or the monster, it doesn't do anything, but it does give 3 coins per monster / per squaddy that it hits. So a maximum you can get 9 coins, which isn't actually that bad. It's decent, but again, you have to aim it, and if there's only one monster, you only get 3 coins. At this point, you should just use a coin stash. We also have Poco's musical thingy mabobby in C tier. Not very good. I mean, it's not that bad either. A lot of this kind of comes to just the fact that there's better things in the game that I would prefer to use. Heavy Suppressing Fire is also in C tier. Now, this thing got quite a lot of buffs in the recent update. So did Heavy himself. So he is definitely better than he used to be. He's not F tier anymore, this ability, but it's still not good. Like, I don't know what else you want me to tell you. It doesn't do good damage. It doesn't slow down enough, and you can use it on someone and you'll still get wrecked. Frank's ability is also in C tier. Now, this I see potential. If they increase their damage and increase the stun, this has potential to be an A tier unit, but at its current form, not really. The Skeleton Barrels also received a buff. You can now hold 2 charges instead of 1, so it's definitely better now to hold that second charge. And the skeletons do farm for you a little bit, which can be useful. So if you want to use it, you can, but I really wouldn't suggest it. And then at the very top of C tier, we're going to have the Bug Spray. Did receive a buff, but it's in the same spot as it was in my last tier list, still in C tier. If they want to make the bug spray better, I think it really needs to stun, like it really does, because of the fact you can't aim it and the fact that it's literally on where you're standing. You have to run right into someone's hero to be able to use it, and for that to be worth it, it'd have to stun a lot more. Anyways, now moving in B tier, at the very bottom of B tier, we're gonna have the Sentry Crab spell. Essentially, you throw this crab somewhere and then it like guards a location, but then it actually comes back to your squad. So if you're a Mortis user, it's pretty useful to send out your bats, and it will also send out this crab as well. And of course, Medic and Poco will help keep it alive for longer. So everything in B tier is sort of usable now. Next up, we have the Log in B tier. In my opinion, it's a worst Hog Stampede spell, but it's still decent if you're in a sticky situation and you need to run out quickly, you need to throw a spell on someone to get away. This is one of the good spells that you can use. Now get ready for a spell that's fallen off. Bee Frenzy is now in B tier, no longer in S tier where it used to be. Bee Frenzy has received 2 or maybe 3 nerfs in a row. She's gotten like so many nerfs. It's crazy how many nerfs they've gotten. And at this point, I would say not really that good. You could use it if you want, but there are so many better spells now that do more splash damage, either stun for longer or can assist you a lot more than a Bee Frenzy. So this isn't really the best anymore, but it's in B tier, so it's definitely usable with some heroes. For example, the Arch Queen, it's still decent with. Arrow Volley is also going to be in B tier, received a buff in the last balance changes a few days ago. I've noticed a lot more Arch Queen users use the Arrow Volley, and it actually has a quick recharge time. So if you pair it with a wizard, an Arch Queen, and like an Arrow Volley, you can essentially just start spamming these volleys on people. It's pretty useful. Shelly's also going to be going in B tier. A little bit like the Log, you use this spell just to get rid of someone if you want to run away. Drop it on them, and boom, you run in the opposite direction. Shrink is also going in B tier. This is usually a push killer if someone's pushing into you and you want to get out of it. A bit like, I guess, the Log or the Shelly ability. You can actually just drop a Shrink on them. They'll do no damage, and sometimes, not all the time, but usually they'll run away and just find something else to do with their time. You can also use it to chase somebody down. If you're going to fight them, drop a Shrink on them, they'll do no damage, and then you can take out maybe a couple of their squaddies, maybe even their hero to win the game. And then the final ability in B tier at the top is going to be Nita's Bears. It's like a very, very miniature Blazing Light in the fact that it does a little stun when you spawn it in, or a roar, and then the bear comes to help you out in your squad, which this is one of the abilities that work well with Mortis, a little bit like the crab or the power tank. So if you're using a Mortis, definitely usable. Anyways, moving into A tier, these are all spells that are now good. And starting off, we have power tank at the bottom of A tier. Now, if I did this tier list a week ago, it would have been not an S tier, it would have been an S+++++ tier when it used to be a machine gun. Although it's not a machine gun anymore, it's pretty balanced now. It dies kind of easily is what I will say. It doesn't last very long. Hog Stampede is also going in A tier. This is the better version of the Log. I actually hate when people use this against me. It completely kills off any motivation to chase them down, and it just kills off the fact that, well, you can't chase them down anymore because you've been pushed back half a decade. I've had people push me into the vines, which is like nearly half taken out my squad, so it can also be used very well for that. Blazing Light is also going in A tier. Blazing Light has actually received 2 nerfs in this balance change, and then the previous balance change. Doesn't do as much damage. I'm seeing a lot less people using Blazing Light, although I'm seeing a lot of people using it. It's very helpful for that healing. The main thing that I use Blazing Light for, though, is that stun. Just to stun someone and then find the hero and take it out. Barrel Bomb is also going in A tier. Very, very good spell to do a lot of damage. It takes a little bit of time to blow up, which is why it's not in S tier. Although you can use it on Greg's trees and Mavis's carrot patches to get a couple coins, or to stop someone else from getting a bunch of coins. If you throw the Barrel Bomb on a Mavis patch, they won't be able to get those carrots. They'll just get 6 coins from the 6 coins that drop from the Barrel Bomb. The best healing spell in the game, Pam's Healing Turret, is also in A tier. This thing is really good. Not only does it heal you a lot, but when the turret breaks itself, it will heal your squad a bunch. Essentially, you run into a fight with this, you drop the heal, and the fact that you now have more health on all your squaddies and the battle healers cracked, having this extra healing, if you have a Poco and also a medic in your squad, essentially you're unkillable is what I'm trying to say. It's a very good combo. Free spell is also going to be in A tier, along with the Fireball. I'm going to do these both at once. So at the moment, whenever you take damage, you get slowed down. So if you throw a Fireball on someone, and also you throw a free spell on someone, then the Fireball ticks of damage that happens after it drops, and the free spell ticks of damage essentially makes it nearly impossible to move out the free spell, making it kind of easy to kill someone. Now, this would have been in S tier a few days ago. The issue is they've made a couple nerfs now to where when you take damage, you don't get slowed down as much. You still get slowed down. So Freeze and Fireball, I would say, is A tier, but not S tier anymore. Anyways, moving on to S tier. These are my favorite spells spells in the game, and at the bottom of S tier, barely made its way out of A tier, is going to be Leon's invisibility. I think I underestimated how good an ability would be if you could go 100% invisible, and that's what it is. No one can find you because you're invisible. Essentially, if you want to go into middle, win Loot Goblin Rush, or get a ring, and there's 3 people running into you, you just go invisible and you run out, and they will fight each other, and if you want, you can even loot back and third party the people who are trying to third party you. Invisible, especially in scrim tournaments, which is what I play a lot, has gotten me out of so many tough situations. It is very useful. The Barbarian charge is also in S tier. Now, in my last tier list, it was in A tier near the bottom, but those 4 elite barbarians that get sent out, they do like 270 damage each, which adds up, and if you have a Poco in your squad and a medic in your squad, you can essentially keep these barbarians alive forever, in the same way you can keep the chicken clones alive for a very long time. So you're essentially getting 1,000 extra damage or 4 barbarians in your squad for free. Very useful. Cyclone Laser is also going in S tier. This thing is actually my favorite spell in the game. I don't use it that much. I use it like kind of half-half, but it's my favorite because if you can get it on someone's hero, you can essentially wipe their hero out. Maybe not fully, but like near wipe it out. But it's actually kind of hard to aim. Unlike some of the lower spell abilities like Colts or Maxes or the Scatter Shot from Ruffs, where it's really hard to aim, but then it actually just does nothing. This does a lot when it's hard to aim. So if you get rewarded for it, you deserve it. That was not very easy to do. In second place, we're going to put chicken clones like elite barbarians. If you have a medic and a Poco in your squad, or even without a Poco, just a medic, you can keep these clones alive essentially forever. They do 27 damage per clone, so there's 9 in total, so near 270 damage. It's pretty good for some just extra damage, but for that 35% speed boost and the fact that medic keeps the clones alive forever is what's making it S tier. If that wasn't a thing, it would probably be A tier. And the best spell in the game is gonna be Coin Stash. Yes, I still think it's the best spell in the game. Funnily enough, I'm not using it at the moment, only because my Royale King is maxed out and I get a lot of coins from that. But if I was using it, it'd be, well, even better, I guess. You get 5 coins every time it refreshes. It can hold 20 in total. It's amazing to activate your trader potion or just build up a huge squad. It works, in my opinion, with any hero in the game. I will use it always if I don't have a Royale King in my squad. It's very useful for those extra coins. And also, I realized I forgot to put El Primo's Pounce in. He used to be S tier. I would say now he's probably B tier, maybe like on the lower end of B tier. I've realized he's not that good. Fireball, still much better. Anyways, that's it for today's ability tier list. I'm sure this will change in the next balance changes as well. Make sure to use code Claz in the Squad Busters shop if you ever buy anything. And check out my last video on screen right here if you want to watch another video from me where I showed you the best Royale King lineup.